So what's going on, guys? It's your boy Trillionaire Mac, and welcome back to another video. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down, of course, you guys see it correctly, GbpUsd. I know you guys are probably thinking, wow, Mac really doesn't trade this pair often, and I really don't, but I do take prime setups on GbpUsd for sure. So we have an H1 trade setup here, as you guys can see. We were waiting for price to actually tap into the apex for the Telegram community. Telegram community is really based around my higher time frame trade ideas, right? Which this trade here was not necessarily supposed to be based on a higher time frame. I was just looking for a reaction based on news that was releasing on this trade here. But I wanted to wait until we hit our target before I actually did a breakdown. And really, I was looking to see if price would continue to extend down to this region here. But I had moved my stop loss to this high right here yesterday, right? And then we can see that price decided to take me out of the trade for about, I think I had maybe 12%, 15%, something like that running volume on this trade. So it took me out here, and after New York session finished up, which was this entire move to the upside, I decided to or London session and New York, excuse me, I decided to go ahead and do this breakdown for you guys going over this trade. Perfect, right? So if you're not a part of the YouTube family, feel free to hit that subscribe button, join the community, right? Join the YouTube family, because I have a lot of things in store for you guys once the new platform is complete. It should literally be done within the next week and a half for you guys to go ahead and take advantage of. But not only are you guys going to be able to take advantage of the platform, but also once the platform is complete, we will be live streaming on YouTube. We will be live streaming on YouTube. We'll be live streaming on other social media platforms where I will be answering you all's questions, trading live with you guys, all the above. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown after we get into a quick commercial break, and I'll catch you guys at the end. Mac, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I have a question for you all. Do you want to start day trading but you don't have the funds to do so? Are you someone who wants to increase your weekly and monthly income? Or are you someone who just wants to start your investment account? If this is you, go now, click the link in the description, and join the mentorship program. I want you all to hear from some of the students who are doing an amazing job who's a part of the mentorship program. The first student is from Massachusetts, brilliant guy, excellent with trading, and I believe he increased his return on investment by about, I want to say 12, 15%, something like that. I don't quite remember the number, but Franco is going to tell you all about it. What's going on, Franco? Talk to me.
Like a 15 or 20-hour move. I'm really excited. So 50% on the daily.
Wow, fantastic, Franco. So I want you guys to hear from another one of my students out in Canada, all right? And I want him to tell you guys what he was able to return on his investment from day trading for a few hours in the morning. I believe it was 17, 18%, something like that, but I want you guys to hear it from him. Albin, I want you to tell everyone what was your percentage caught on the day.
It's 19%.
19%. So with a $100,000 funded account, you would have made $19,000 in just a few hours of trading. How do you feel about that, man? Tell everyone how you feel.
I feel good, man. I was going crazy because I was like, yo, this shit really like works.
You're the man, Albin. Keep it up. This is a guy from North Carolina, and he is halfway done with his funding challenge. For those of you who want to become a funded trader, I want you to click the link in the description and become a student today. But of course, I want you guys to hear it for yourself. Here we go. What's going on, Justin? Talk to me.
As far as like this week, we're trying to get 5%, be done with that. We decided to, go ahead and push full throttle. By the time I go to Charlotte, I should have my first or second withdrawal.
That's great, man. Keep up the good work. We're almost there. Now, for those of you that want to become funded traders, for those of you that want to increase your monthly income, what I want you to do right now on your mobile phones, go to www.matrixtradinggroup.com, sign up for the mentorship program, and let's make some money together. I look forward to trading with you. And for those of you who have day traded Bitcoin with us, today has been a fantastic day, as you all can see. All right, so starting on the H1 time frame, we can see that this was our H1 point of interest. Right now, students of mine, you guys know exactly why this is an H1 point of interest. No, it's not because we see price sweeps this liquidity here. right? There are multiple factors that we use in order to find our points of interest based on our macro time frame, all right? So this here, very, very important point of interest, and we can see that price trades into this region here, right? Now, when price trades into this region, your job is to find the entry opportunity that is shown. Now, if there's no entry opportunity that's shown, that's completely fine, right? Sometimes that's going to happen. Sometimes we're not going to get an entry, or sometimes price will not respect our macro zone, which is exactly why we do not take risk entries, right? I always look for reactions at the macro zone, not only to give me more confluence that that is a proper macro zone, okay, but to also be sure that we're getting into the trade at the best possible opportunity. Right? So as we can see here, this is our higher time frame area, right? So now let's go ahead and go down to our correlating time frame, or the time frame that we decided to use within the Telegram community in order to take this entry. So once we go down to the M5, as you guys can see, 2 entry opportunities took place and 2 trades were taken on my end, right? So we're going to go through each one of these, the reasons why, right? So of course, we have our higher time frame zone here based on the rules within the institutional trading course on how I actually find my higher time frame macro zones. And then we can see that we have a sweep of liquidity here after price taps into this region. And we can see that after price taps into this region here, right, we have higher low, we have a higher high with a break really of this structure here. I was going through this kind of quickly with a student. Let me correct this. So tested high, higher low, higher high here. We have a higher low, we have a higher high. Then what does price do? Price creates this internal structure and then creates a lower low as it relates to major structure on the M5 time frame. So we have one point of interest here, essentially the supply that was directly responsible for flipping this demand and giving us our change of momentum to the downside. And we also have our apex supply, which is here, responsible for the sweep and the apex of the entire bearish move, right? So my first entry opportunity was here. We risked about 5 pips on this trade, but the amount of pips we risk really doesn't matter because in this case here, we're still just risking 1% of our account. So this was a minus 1% trade here for me. And then what happens, price moves into the apex. Now on this trade, as you guys can see, we risked about 3.5 pips on this trade. So it wasn't too bad, but if this were, let's say, Euro USD or AUD USD, more than likely this would have been more like 2.5 pips or 1.5 pips. But it's all good. We still were able to produce major results off of this trade, right? So once price actually gives us our entry opportunity within our macro higher time frame zone, our target should also be based on our higher time frame macro zone, right? So in this case here, okay, my first target, as you guys saw earlier, was actually this region here, right? This low that you guys see for around 48% return on investment. But we also have a very, very important region down here. Now, I did talk to a student about this last week. I told that student that more than likely we would see price react to this region here, which means if price does pull into this zone and then we have a break of structure to the upside, right, then more than likely we would go ahead and close the trade out. So as you guys can see here, that is the reason why I closed this trade out. We see bearish, 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 bearish. We tap into this region here, and then we do have a break of structure to the upside. Not saying that price is going to just skyrocket and go bullish from here. That's not what we're saying at all. But what we're saying is we have to be very, very gentle around this point of interest here, simply because it's not just a low, but it is a point of interest, right? Now, those of you within the institutional trading course and a part of the mentorship program, you guys understand why this is a point of interest. So on this trade here, we risked about 3.5 pips, and we were able to catch a little over 144 pips for about a 41.23% return, all while using the information within the mentorship program within the institutional trading course, right? Now, those of you within the Telegram community, we were looking for this apex, okay, to be tapped into. So we were looking for this entire area here, this trendline liquidity to be swept. It hasn't been swept just yet, but we're going to leave these targets here. And if price continues to stay bullish, we'll look for buy opportunities until we tap into this point of interest here, and then possibly look for a long-term sell, or we'll just look for a quick, intraday type of sell, right? So those of you within the Telegram community that missed this trade, no worries. But those of you that are students of mine, I know you guys caught this trade. Like, I know for a fact you guys caught this trade simply because we talked about it on a group session before it took place, right? So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this trade, feel free to leave a like on the video. It's a 41.23% return. You can't get any better than that. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. And just remember, right? Follow your trading plan, follow your trading rules. And if you're having trouble developing a trading plan, feel free to drop it down in the comments below, and I will give you guys an update on the previous trading plan that was released on YouTube to make sure you guys are on the right track and are able to really take advantage of this information. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Much love. Peace out.